Hello everyone, I am back in Hong Kong and this is day after I arrived. It's been a bit crazy the last month. We actually spent a little over a month in the US as a result of the coronavirus scare. But we're back here now, everything seems pretty calm, and I've come out for my first walk since I've been gone, and lo and behold, we have a snake. Didn't expect this at all, but it's a redneck keelback. And he's looking a little bit rough, so I'm not sure if he's doing well or getting sun or maybe deceased there. So I'm going to check it out in just a sec. But kind of cool to see a snake. It's still early in the year and a bit cool today. But let me check this guy out and then I'll let you know what the situation is. Okay, so he wasn't deceased, he was just warming up. And the second I got a little bit closer, he went back in his weep hole. So we're going to keep walking. I imagine that'll be the only thing I see today, but we're planning on going out quite a bit this week, looking for some of these winter species before the cool season ends and the warm season begins, which we're right on the cusp of. But we'll pop back in and let you know if I find anything else. Hello everyone, we are out for what should be now our second herping trip of the week, first official herping trip, and we have come across an Anderson stream snake. These are one of the more common stream snakes here in Hong Kong, and it's a bit of a drizzly night, which is when they tend to come out. I've actually seen them predating on worms that get flushed out during rain, so I imagine that's what this one's doing. This is a smaller one, I would say subadult. They can get quite a bit bigger than this, but a good example of the species. You can see they're very flat, thin heads. Their scales look quite smooth. They're actually mildly keeled, but they have a pretty smooth sheen to them. Their coloration is olive green, and they have a yellowish, whitish color on the ventral scales on the bottom, and they've got these tiny little wedge heads that they use for foraging for shrimp and small fish and things like that under rocks, as well as their favorite prey, earthworms. So it's a decent night out for the location we're at, and we're going to keep looking. There's some cool species to find around here if we get lucky, and there's also some cool non-snake animals up here, frogs and things like that. So if we find anything interesting in addition to snakes, we'll show you, and otherwise hope to check back in with another snake. Alright, so our next herp for the night, we have a Hong Kong newt. These are relatively common in the area we're at. This is a nice, brighter colored, reddish specimen. A lot of times they're dark brown, but this is not uncommon. And there's a bunch out tonight, actually. I think they're on the hunt for the worms as well. So, cool little find. Maybe we'll check back in if we find some more interesting colored ones. Otherwise, we'll check back in if we find another snake. Alright, folks. I have a bit of an unusual situation here. This is actually a greater green in the exact same plant that we found a greater green last time we came to this location, and I would be willing to bet it's the same greater green. I don't want to disturb it because it's sleeping, and the odds are it's the same one. So I'll put a link to the video where we found that here. But pretty cool find. Second snake for the night. And we're just hitting around the time when I think things get a little bit more active here. So we'll keep at it. Check back in with you if we find something else. Alright everyone. We have a fantastic species here. This is a Chinese slug snake. We actually found one of these on our last trip up this mountain. I'll include that video here. But these are some of my favorite snakes in Hong Kong, and I know I say that for a lot of them, but really these are quite fantastic. This is an extremely light-phased one, almost more of a yellow than an orange, with very light-colored eyes. Normally they have red lacquer-colored eyes and orangish-colored bodies with dark black stripes. This one's quite light. But really fantastic. These are snail specialists. They actually eat snails. They have specialized jaws to ratchet the snails out. And it's pretty moist tonight, so I'm not too surprised to see one, but very happy that we did find this guy. So there, he's moving around a little bit for us. But I think I'm going to take a closer look at this guy, maybe get some photos, and then we will move on and see what else we can find. So here's one more look at this Chinese slug snake. My buddy here has been kind enough to help me hand model. But really super docile animals and super special, as I'd mentioned. They really do just have these amazing heads. I don't know if I'm going to be able to grab focus on it, but really unique, really special animals, and a great find tonight. And we've been working hard too, so I think we deserve this. All right, on to see what else we can find. All right, evening everyone. We are out for night 2 this week, and we came across a young herper on the trail who found himself a blind snake and rescued it from a precarious situation. So George is with us here. Say hi, George.
Hi.
And this is his blind snake. Now, this is a good section to find these, and I think we've shown these on the vlog a couple times before, but always great to find. Weren't expecting too much tonight. It's quite dry, but really happy to start off with something to film, thanks to George. All right, check back in if we find something else. Hello again, everyone. We're out for another night of herping, and we're having some success out here. Right now it's a little bit cool and rainy, but that doesn't seem to be stopping the snakes from moving. So here we have a snake I'm not sure we've got on the vlog before. This is a Rufous burrowing snake, and these are pretty tiny fossorial snakes that come in a couple of different colors here in Hong Kong, black and this gold variant. And this guy was just scurrying across the leaves and knotted himself up a bit on this stick when I tried to get a handle on him. So pretty interesting snakes. They're not that common. I think we'll probably see a few throughout the year, but yeah, not a super common snake. So pretty happy that we found it, and I think we're gonna leave this guy be and go look and see what else we can't find. Oh, good afternoon, everyone. I am out and around the mountains today, just doing a little woods walk, and I wasn't expecting to do any filming today, but I've come across this hole, and I bet you can't see it now, but let's see. Look at what we have there. A beautiful female bamboo pit viper. Really quite spectacular. And I'm gonna see if I can get her out for a quick look. If she's gravid or got a meal in her, I'll put her right back, but that is a cool find in the middle of the day. All right, give me a sec to see if we can get her out. All right, here we go. This is a good-sized female bamboo pit viper, Trimerosaurus albolabris. This is one of, if not the most common snake to find here in Hong Kong. Maybe second only to the redneck keelback in terms of, frequency of encounter when you're out on the trails. Not sure why we're having trouble grabbing focus here. Let me try back here. But yeah, these guys are really quite phenomenal, and especially when they're females like this. The females tend to be a lot bigger than the males, and they're also lacking the white stripe that goes above the lip and down the side. So when you get up close, you can actually tell the difference quite easily, and certainly by size you can. You can also see here the orange tail that they have. It's described as a caudal lure. I haven't seen them using it as a lure for prey, but it's possible that they do, or maybe it's just a vestige of that behavior, and the behavior maybe has kind of waned out. But yeah, really stunning specimen. I have a feeling she may be gravid. She was close enough to the surface where, I'm not sure she's ready to give birth just yet, but I would bet that she's gravid and maybe somewhat far along. So we're going to go ahead and put her back in the hole and not bother her, but I wanted to make sure that you guys got a clear view. Quite a large and stunning bamboo pit viper. All right, back to the walk.